guys, today we're going to talk about an amazing subject, and it's going to be about how to run a business while you're still employed. Everyone who wishes to start a business wants guaranteed success and low chance of failure. One way to ensure that you have something to cushion the blow in case the venture does not end up working out or up to your expectations is by staying employed while you're starting your business. Furthermore, you cannot expect it to be easy because it's going to require balancing two fragile bases. So let's think of a base that's like 150,000, right? And it won't be easy because the commitment is, again, for both. Failure to do this properly will end up into crashing down and breaking these bases. And of course, if you want to simultaneously lose your job, even with a full-time job, you're still able to squeeze in a couple of business hours a day so you know how to properly manage your time. I have to tell you that when I was building my enterprise, and I'm still building my enterprise, those 13 months went by like a flash. And by the 4th month, I didn't need my job anymore. Therefore, I unfortunately was let go, still going through the recession, and so they had to cut down personnel. And this was in the hospice industry. I used to be a hospice nurse. That was my second job as a nurse. And you need the discipline and willpower to avoid wasting time in activities that are not going to get you anywhere. And we need to establish daily routines that are going to give you an ample way to complete your tasks and focus on your business project. I understood that this was everything that I wanted to do, and I didn't want to continue to work as a nurse for the rest of my life. You could also take advantage of the break times to handle some business matters. Scheduling your time accordingly will ensure that you're available when your business needs you the most. And so at the time, I just had everything back to back, and that is how I was able to walk away at 28 from hospice nursing. Looking for the benefits of outsourcing. With a job and a business on your plate, it might be difficult to be able to reach your goals on your own. You're gonna need help. You can examine the task at hand and determine those to delegate others. Hiring somebody competent to handle some important areas of your business can really lighten your workload. You may have to allot a budget for this, but you could prove that it is a really good investment in the long run. At the time I hired my mom, she has a master's degree in education, and she was able to do everything that I told her. She loved it at the time she was not working, and this helped really, and so she was basically my personal assistant. Some people are definitely gonna say to go slowly but surely, and since we're technically just testing the waters at the beginning, you don't want to rush making serious decisions regarding your enterprise. Consider your limitations when making deals. Don't bite off more than what you're able to chew, and to ensure that your promises to clients and still perform well at your place of employment. Taking small steps are going to widen your skills as an entrepreneur. Shun negative people away. I know it sounds harsh, but anybody that's going to input negative information about your enterprise within that time allotted is going to drag you down and take away the positivity that you need to run this business. There are days when you want to quit, when you start doubting yourself, and that's just common sense when you have a business or you're starting one. During those times, it's extremely important to be around people who will encourage you to look at the bright side and remind you of your strengths. It's best to stay away from those people that are gonna make things worse. And so at the time, I told my family, my mom, my sisters, I love spending time with you, but I'm still building my enterprise. Therefore, I'm not gonna be able to hang out as much as I did for maybe 2 to 5 years, but eventually we're gonna travel the world together. And it did actually happen, you guys. We ended up, the first trip was we went to Europe for a whole month, and my mom was just like blown away. She could not believe that this was happening. And thanks to the decisions that we had made, we had an amazing opportunity to never look back and live a lifestyle that is actually crazy. And thanks to this amazing organization that coached and mentored my family and I to be able to get out of our mind and go ahead and take action and build your business. To be able to run a firm, an organization, an enterprise, and keep a day job sounds like the best of both worlds. It sounds that way. However, it pays aware that this situation would require grit and dedication. Eventually, it might just be possible to prosper in your career and keep the success of your entrepreneurship endeavors. Along with a team of experts that were able to teach the people that were in my organization about, over and over and over again, we all had the opportunity of developing an amazing organization. Well, more like 6 of them, and about 480 people were so excited to be able to do something with their life and being able to travel, and they were in the same spot that I was. And so I recommend truly to find a mentor, a coach that has the fruit on the tree that you want out of life. Because if you're following, let's say, your boss or something like that, no offense, at that job, my former boss was amazing. She had also lost one daughter as I did, so we bonded. And eventually I realized that she was divorced. She was just home and miserable whenever she wasn't working with us. And so she didn't have the fruit on the tree, so she wasn't able to coach. So I hope this video helped you. I hope that you're able to decide and figure out what you want out of life, what you need to do to be able to move on and make something amazing out of your family and yourself, and ultimately accomplish all the dreams and everything that you had wanted to do when you were either going to school or as a little kid. And remember that it takes dedication. And what we do, however, it only takes about 2 hours a day, which sounds crazy. A lot of people did not believe me. But that was the point of going from the nursing field into that field, because it allowed me to have hours, to have time, to be able to help people, to be with my family, to build something that would be in my family for generations, or sell this business and live off of the profits and then go back and build something else. And so I definitely recommend for you to do the same. You wouldn't believe, you guys, the life that is available. And sometimes we think, is that even real? Could that really happen? Are they telling me the truth? And it is. And so only a few of us believed and went to work, putting our head down, plugging our ears, shunning negative people, and just facing forward and being able to build something.